AlphaTauri are set to be sold in the coming seasons. According to reports, the Red Bull sister team, based in Italy, have been facing some big decisions recently, and let me tell you folks, it's far from certain for what their future holds. Word on the street is that AlphaTauri is looking to improve its cost effectiveness of the team. They're going to do this by either relocating or selling the whole shebang altogether. I mean, talk about drastic measures, jeez. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Apparently, the owners of AlphaTauri, Red Bull, have some options up their sleeve, one of which is relocating the team to England, but the other is to sell the team to potentially a whole new manufacturer. But why is this happening? After the sad passing of Dietrich Mateschitz last year, his son gained control of the Red Bull company. Is it really worth it to own an entire F1 team just to promote your clothing brand? I mean, you can already stick it on the Red Bull car, which is doing way better. I mean, AlphaTauri only came P9 in the constructors last year. Not where they really want to be. And is it also worth it having an F1 team just for your developing drivers? There's lots of things that have come into play, and with the cost cap coming in and Red Bull having to manage all that, is it really worth it having another F1 team to think about? Another thing a lot of fans have been saying about AlphaTauri is their existence right? Is the fact that Red Bull own a sister team, as they say, correct? In a sport which is growing so much recently, is it right that they have a team which is always going to be in the low midfield or as back markers? So is it right that they have this team just to train their young drivers? Surely in Formula 1, every single team should be striving to win races. Let's be honest, AlphaTauri has won one race in recent memory with Pierre Gasly, and they're not going to win championships. That's not what they're made to do. So surely, in the idea of a sport, imagine having a team which is there just to lose. It's there to just not do well. Of course they want to do as well as they can, but they can't do too well. They have a cap where if they do any more, it defeats the point of them. They're meant to be there for young drivers. But what's the point of that then? Surely that's cheating on Red Bull's behalf. But that's a subject for another day. So Red Bull have two options with AlphaTauri. Either they relocate the team to England to make them more efficient, or they sell them to potential new teams interested in joining F1. And with the current rise of Formula 1, so many manufacturers and different teams are wanting to break into Formula 1. I mean, I think we have at least 6 engine manufacturers who want to be there for 2026 and new regulations. So who might be interested? Well, there's 3 that have come up. And now obviously there's Andretti's interest in F1, which has been around forever. But did you also know that Hi-Tech have strong links with Red Bull? And they're looking to get a way in as well. But who are Hi-Tech? They're a Formula 2, 3, 4 racing team. They are one of the most competitive in junior formulas and have a pretty strong pedigree of drivers which they've brought through the ranks. But there's one outlier in this. There's one person who has quite a bit of money who's going to be trying to join. An Indian billionaire who owns the Mumbai Falcons. But who are the Mumbai Falcons? They are a racing team from Formula Regional, whether that be Formula 3 or Formula 4 in Asia and the Middle East, a lot more smaller scale. And this is why I think the Mumbai Falcons have a huge chance of getting into Formula 1. Currently, F1 is growing in America, big time. Obviously, we have 3 races coming up there. But the one market they haven't really cracked is Asia. Yes, we've got Japan and Singapore, but then we've got China and India, with I imagine almost 3 billion people, I don't know the exact figures, who could be watching F1. And that's a huge market for them to tap into. And if they bring in an Indian team, that'd be brilliant. I mean, look, we used to have Force India and obviously got bought out by Lawrence Stroll. How about time we revitalise Indian Formula 1? I mean, the FIA has shown interest. I mean, look, we had a Formula E race in Hyderabad last week. And there's so many people saying we need a race in India. Makes perfect sense for the Mumbai Falcons to join Formula 1. But what do you think about all this news? Let me know in the comments below.